you don't. 'Cause we're gonna get hot tonight. Ooh, that girl is that I can count on you.
Okay, new additions coming in. Here they come down the hall. Oh, they're here. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me turn off my telephone. Too much stuff is going on. Silent. Hi, you guys. Hey.
How you doing?
Yes, I am tall. I want to overpower all the men that I encounter.
I see.
Hello. Nice to see you. Hi, Marvin. All right, you all. We have to sit right down and get to action. Where's Biv? Where is Biv?
He's in the car.
Oh, well, don't go on him. How caught in traffic is Biv? Here, pull up the mics because everything's working. I need that telephone call to be made. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. All right, so it's 4 new additions in the studio.
No doubt.
It's very nice to see everybody. It's Ronnie. It's Ricky. It's Johnny. Mike's in traffic. And Ralph. Hi. All right, everybody lean up. So I feel like out of all the new addition members, Mike, who I've run into so many times and interviewed so many times, that he speaks probably the most honest, just because he never seems to give an F about anything. But today, I wanted to talk with you guys about a bunch of stuff, and I want to really be able to air it out. And first of all, what's the deal with your situation with Bad Boy? Johnny, you got that microphone right up like you're ready.
Hey, I figured when you said you just talked to Mike, you obviously have never met me before. I'm honest. When I bring it to the table too. I don't bite my tongue. I don't hide anything.
We have met, but I just can't recall the level of honesty.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's going on with Bad Boy right now is that we have to wait and see what happens. I think it's August the 9th to see where we are with that. Whether Puff's ready to, we did have an agreement that if we entered into this agreement that if it didn't work that we would all look at it after the first project and then go our separate ways. And so at this point he has the rights to to terminate the contract, to say, hey, we're going to still do business or we're not. So, we have to wait until that time comes. But meanwhile, we're just moving forward, doing what we do, and that's, just doing what we do. Performing. So.
You guys performed last night at Mohegan Sun. I understand it was a great show.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back to the Bad Boy because I need to know more. But is it true that you guys are selling copies of your CD out of your trunk, Ralph?
Selling a copy of the CD?
Okay.
No, and it's not CDs.
It's the video. We're selling DVDs.
There's a home video we did. That's behind the scenes video that we did.
That VH1 video was fire. That was fire. It told a lot.
That was an introduction to some things that everybody needs to really know.
It stopped at the Bad Boy years. You're waiting to find out whether Puffy wants to continue, but you're the product. Do you want to continue with Puffy?
Absolutely not. Not me, and I'm just speaking on my behalf. I think that goes
for everyone. I think it was a bad deal for all of us, even for him.
It just didn't work.
Yeah. And it was because of a number of things. So, we could sit here and start pointing fingers at who did what, who didn't do what, or whatever the case is. But the reality is that that's the nature of this business. We've done it for 22 years. And, in being in business with people, sometimes some things work and some things don't. So, we just want to continue to do what we do. And at some point, we want to continue to make records. But most importantly, what we do is we perform. And that's what's, even if you look at the record and look at what didn't happen with the record, it didn't do what we wanted it to do.
I was extremely disappointed.
We all were.
I was vocal about it. And I, where do you want to be? Well, in a perfect world, where do you want to be? Hey, Biv is on the phone. Can we pull him up?
I'm right here.
Wait, I can't hear Biv. There's always technical. It is what it is, people.
I'm right
Where
here.
do you want to be? career-wise and label-wise?
I think we want to continue to keep making records, but I think we want to do what we've been doing, and that's performing. I mean, the houses are sold out still, so I mean, it lets us know that even with our audience, our fans, they're saying to us, this is not about a record. Records is only for, right now at this point. To me, I really truly believe that a record can only enhance what our show and what we do, but the reality is that we've been doing this for 22 years, and we're just keeping on, going to keep on keeping on.
How much is New Edition worth at this particular point? Because I remember when Profile wanted to buy Run DMC, I believe the story is for like $15,000, and Russell says, I love them and they are my brother. Excuse me, what was it? Million. What did I say? 15,000? I meant 15 million. I'm sorry. I'm with the New Edition. This is like legendary to me. But Russell said they aren't worth that. What are you guys worth as a group?
Well, it's hard to say, because now when you look at the marketplace, you got to think about, we know what we feel we're worth. We feel we're worth millions, but the reality is that when you're dealing with the way the record business is today, and where it's gone, where the business is, we understand that that's not realistic.
Yeah.
But I hope all of us, to a degree, hope we have some level of value that we feel that we are worth. But at this point, that's what it really boils down to.
Who's tapping on your back door to be your next record? Because it's no secret you've had unhappiness with Bad Boy. It's no secret that Puffy, and this is my opinion, is not a man of his word on a lot of different levels.
Very true.
Puff, and I'm coming straight at you right now. Yeah. Where do you want to be?
Well, we want to be with someone first and foremost.
Who's been calling?
Well, we haven't been talking to anyone, because you got to remember, when you're in the contract and you're obligated to someone, the last thing that you want to do is put yourself in jeopardy of dealing with the lawsuit. So
exactly.
We haven't talked to anyone.
No negotiating while in contract.
No,
Gotcha.
Because you got to remember, if we were in a situation where we perform, we work and do what we do, and going to continue to keep doing that, and that was our plan after this record didn't go and everything fell through with the Bad Boy thing, is let's go and do what we do and what we've been doing for 20-something years.
Hey, Bev.
Hey,
How you doing?
man, I'm pissed.
It's disgusting that you're in traffic. You know what I'm saying?
I was stuck with the George Washington Bridge traffic trying to come up to Bruckner.
Yeah.
But I'm on 3rd, about to hit Park, so I'm there. Keep talking.
Okay.
He's doing his thing. I'm listening.
Yeah, Johnny, fire!
He was ready for you, too.
and if you could see the expression on Ralph's face, Ralph is like, what? Hey, Ralph, back in the day, there were stories of domestic abuse with you and your baby's mother. Do you want to clear that up? Or admit to it? Have you gone to get help? Because they said you used to kick her ass. Just asking.
She's the only one that ever said some shit like that. To be honest with you, we've never had them kind of problems. We had fights.
Yes.
She'll throw something at me, I'll throw something at her. It was those kind of things. But
do you think that was? Do you think that had a lot to do with? It was fueled by substance abuse?
No. I've never done any substances. I don't know what you're talking about. Back in the days, I smoked a little weed here and there. There was no cocaine.
Okay.
No drugs.
Okay.
Can't never get that twisted.
Okay.
I've heard all those stories. I was the one that pretty much was afraid of all the drugs back in the day.
Yeah.
I was the isolated kid. Stuck in the hotel room. That was me.
Yeah.
But her, we had a long relationship way before the group started. We grew up together in the project. She's a wild one. She's wilder than, than me. So we had our beefs here and there, but it wasn't no thing where it was a domestic violence type situation where I had all of that going. That wasn't that. So let me get that out.
I'm glad to clear that up.
Yeah, we can clear that up. You can clear whatever else you want to talk about. We here, baby.
People say a lot of awful things about the show, but you can certainly clear up. Ricky, you got excuse me. No. Wait. Now, Ronnie. I still get my New Edition confused. Isn't that disgusting? Ronnie, you're doing the real estate down south. Pull up the mic.
No doubt.
Tell us all about it.
I'm in the ATL. Of course, I'm a Boston fan. That's my hometown.
Right.
And when I was a youngster, back in high school, real estate was really, really intriguing to me. I took a couple drafting courses and architectural design courses.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt. But of course, New Edition blew up, and we had to go on ahead and do our thing. And I had to pay the bills, for the fam, like the whole fam, as a matter of fact, grandmoms, aunts, cousins, and everything.
How many children do you have?
No children. But I'm so looking forward to it. But yeah, you know, we had a little bit of time off right around like the early part of 2000, 2001, and I figured let me go on ahead and establish what is Ron DeVoe going to be known for outside of New Edition.
Right.
And I just started gravitating back to the real estate thing, and it's going great for me too.
It was clear from behind the music. I didn't realize, Ricky, how ripped off you all were with your original deals.
Yeah.
And so with that in mind, I guess you all had to decide how were you going to feed yourselves and how were you going to survive. Now I know Biv, you know, went on with his Biv 10 records. By the way, Biv, how well are you eating off of Boys to Men? Because I understand.
asked me that about a week ago. I think I'm doing good. My mama like it. A lot of the stuff that come in with their name on it, I just give that.
Jeez.
That's Mom Duke's money there.
Isn't that?
It's
definitely
her and my sister, so they have a good time with that. But you know, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
No, I was gonna say no. That was probably the best thing I could have did too. Like Ron said, I think it was important, especially for him and I, because you know we're not the singers. You know, we do our little rap thing and talking, and you know we talked a lot about we had to have something to fall back on. So when I did that was like my security blanket. A la his real estate.
Yeah, got you. Johnny, have you spoken to Stacey Ladisaw?
I haven't seen Stacey in years.
You know what? I just threw that question in.
It's so funny because every day someone asks me. Every day I walk out of the house, someone asks me about Lacey. But this is for years. Someone always asks me about Stacey Ladisaw.
Were you at one point romantically involved with Janet Jackson?
We've always been good friends.
I mean, have you slept with her? Have you sex, kissing with tongues? we always been good friends. I've never been, always been good friends. And, 20 years. Yeah.
20 years.
Are you still cool with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall?
That's my best friend. That's my brother.
Eddie.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you were was there any point where you were going through financial hardship where that was one person that you were able to call to get that quick loan to just get you out of a jam? Because you know, Biv, you need friends like that, but so often the people that we surround ourselves with, nobody's got that extra $500,000 to help us with the situation.
Eddie's, I don't even really, honestly, we don't even call each other best friends. It's like, that's my brother.
Okay.
You know, we've been best friends for almost 18, 19 years.
Wow.
So, you know.
That's incredible.
And not only that, the list goes on with people that I've been knowing for years that have been a part of my life way before and it's so weird, before I became Johnny Gill.
Yeah.
And I was always blessed, and I've always been very. I try to watch my surroundings, the environment that I choose to be in, and the people that I choose to put around me, because I always want to learn from people. I want to have people around me that can teach me something.
Yeah, it's almost like, and this is not disrespectful, because I feel like I want to be the dumbest one in the room, because then I know I'm going to be learning something from everybody else, because I'm no dummy.
Exactly. But
so congratulations to Ricky and to Ralph. You guys had a double wedding ceremony.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ricky. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, Mike, are you on the phone? Mike, are you on it for the first time? Ricky and Ronnie are getting mixed up instead of Ricky and Mike.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but Mike, she's looking at me like Ricky.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. No, but you know what though, Mike?
You gotta let her know, tall and handsome. Let her know, man.
You and Ricky, Mike, do have. You look like you're from the same tribe.
Oh.
You and Ricky,
me and you, Mike, we
every day
from the
they
same
get
tribe.
Get them confused. I don't care where we go.
Now listen, you and Ralph just had the double wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
I noticed Ralph has his ring on, but your hand has been behind your back the whole time.
My ring is being altered right now.
Oh, that's what they all say. What made you all decide to get married together? Have a ceremony together.
Because we're best friends, first of all.
Are the girls best friends?
No, they are. They're friends now.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it was more of a me and Ralph thing. We're best friends.
We had a group before New Edition that was just me and Ricky, and when we got together, it was kind of just tied back from back in the days.
Now, Ricky, do you have children?
No, not yet.
Ralph, do you have? Well, I know you have children. There's legendary stories with your baby's mom, which you already cleared up. I might add.
Legendary stories.
Johnny, do you have children?
No, not yet.
Hey, Biv, do you have children?
I got little Mike. That's 8 years old.
Yeah,
for all the years you all have been around, 5 members of the group, and then Bobby out there. Well, Bobby's got lots of kids, But I would think that there would be at least 10 kids between a 5-member group. Like for all the years and all the groupies and all the, don't let me find out New Edition shooting blanks.
But you know what? But for me, honestly, I was in a 12-year relationship, and my girl had a miscarriage.
I'm sorry.
And after that, I'm from the old school. When it comes down to doing the kids and all of that, I want to get married one time only. I don't care what the situation is. I grew up, and my dad left home when I was 10. And the effect that had on me, the impact that it had on me, I always said, even as a kid, I said I would never, ever leave my kids, and my kids would have a mother and a father for the rest of their lives.
That's great. All right, Ronnie, Johnny, Ricky, and Ralph are in the studio. Mike's on the phone. New Edition is with the Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody keep it here because we've got more chat to go.
Wendy, man.
First of all, my question is, what's wrong with Fantasia? I guess maybe I'm wondering why no one wants to focus on Fantasia's talent. I mean,
because nobody can get past her team.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
That's right, Turtle Wax F21's high-tech formula. Hold up, turn the music off. I said Turtle Wax F21's high-tech formula. Car, the one that had the best-looking car in the street, baby. Turtle Wax your car, and you're gonna wow somebody.
Wow. Will we be able to wow you at your car show on June 25th and 26th? Can I wow you with my aviator? I'm getting shoes, boy. Tricking out the system, hon. That's right. All roads lead to Atlantic City. June 25th and 26th. With Fliggity's thing. Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. The New Edition are in the other room. There's like a lot of people walking around. It's like the Secret Service in this piece. Man, Puffy really had something there. That's a shame. I have the final product. Do you? Did you buy the New Edition CD, everybody? There were some good songs, or excuse me, because it's still relevant. They're out touring for it. There are some good songs on there, and I'm just, why am I feeling like, and we haven't even really finished getting into it. I'm holding them. Why do I feel like it seems that Puffy took New Edition on and didn't really give much credence to all the work, the foundation they laid in the past, and he tried to treat them like an upstart group, I got to get into it with him, though, because I want to find out, was Puffy trying to put him in shiny suits and, all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, because, they're grown men. They've already put it down. It should be 70% what they want as far as their image and only 30% of Puffy's. If anything, it shouldn't even be 50-50 because you're not talking to 22-year-old Babs. Babs, no disrespect, but what I mean is that, coming from, straight off the block with no sense of the industry where you can mold like Puffy would want to mold somebody, When you inherit people who've already been putting it down and doing, well, all righty, everybody. Oh, my gosh, look what I'm giving away. I've got a Wendy Williams Brings the Heat Volume 1 gift pack. Wow. On BLS Stationery. Right. You better work my station. Sponsoring my party along with Cavassier, Question Mark Entertainment, and Apple Bottom Jeans. All right, so we're going to give you right now Volume 1. Oh, we're going to give you the CD. Plus, look at it. It says right here, autographed copies of Wendy's books, a Wendy bobblehead doll, and VIP passes to the exclusive album release party. Shut up. Wow, this is big, BLS and Wendy. Oh, you get the bobblehead doll, a book or something, passes for the VIP party, and the album. Wow. All right. This is lovely. And caller number 10 right now picks up the Wendy Williams package at 866-GET-WENDY. Oh, remember, for the party, you have to be 21 years or older. I'm sorry, no kids allowed because we want to have grown and sexy fun. We'll call a babysitter for you all. Oh, listen, the WBLS Father's Day Cruise. Well, check this out. It's going to be hosted by Vaughn Harper. It's on Saturday, June 18th. And once again, this is another stellar function that my radio station has their foot all in. Yes, it is our first WBLS Cruise of the summer. We are celebrating the 107 days of summer. And the tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster. This is sponsored by Foxwoods Resort and Casino. It's closer to New York than Atlantic City is. And it's also sponsored by the New York City Department of Health. So, if you would love to have your father be a part of something spectacular, to me this is great. Vaughn's hosting. He's legendary. All the dads know Vaughn. If not in person, because Vaughn gets around, then by name. He's legend. And the cruise leaves the dock at 6 o'clock and gets back at 10 p.m. on Saturday night. So it's perfect. It's like it doesn't start to get really dark until about 9:15. By then it's like pitch outside. So you figure you only got 45 minutes of pitch on it. The rest of the cruise is going to be soft evening sunset lighting. Perfect. Keep listening for your chance to win tickets, or get your tickets now at Ticketmaster and all Ticketmaster outlets. All right, we need to continue with this break, and then we'll bring New Edition back in here, and I'll continue with my line of questioning next on the Wendy Williams Experience on the mighty 107.5 WBLS. Okay, so New Edition is still with us. Ricky?
What's up?
Back in the days when Soul Train was on, I heard that you slapped the hell out of a Soul Train dancer.
Man, you got some hell of a rumors going.
He might have smacked the hell out of her. But we use that in a different terminology.
Okay.
So it's,
the smack is flip it up, rub it down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. It got twisted.
Well, let's talk about a couple of rumors. Johnny, there's one where you and Bobby were in the recording studio, and he told you that you, as a solo artist, Johnny, would never sell as many records as him, and you were reduced to tears.
Never.
I haven't talked to you all in ages.
Nah.
Let's hear it.
I spoke to Rusty P, the Toe Jammer, the other day. I got my own CD coming out on June 28th, so I'm doing those retail calls now. Rusty used to hang out on Northeastern's campus when I was a student at Northeastern University, so I knew like Rusty and Skeeter and all like that. And they said, you're on the phone with Rusty. He owns the store. And I was like, hey, Rusty. He was like, hey. What? I was like, is this you? And so he said that you guys are recently up there.
No, never.
Not in Boston?
Never.
Oh, never.
And Bob and I, the funny thing about it, it's so crazy how people have always tried to pin Bob and I against each other. When I was out on my solo tour, Bob came out with me and spent a couple of weeks out on the road with me, doing nothing,
was
just
he getting
hanging
high?
out with me. No, and it was funny because I got to see the Bobby that I don't think a lot of people have really ever got a chance to see, and the ones that do know Bobby that have come to love Bobby for. I got to see that Bobby, where every night he would come out with me on stage, and we would ride on the bus and sit down and talk, and then we got into talking about his fears and some of the things that he's had problems with. And I mean, the funny thing about it, I remember at one time he said to me, he says, you know what I envy about you? He says, is you're a vocalist. And you're going to be around for a long time.
But so is he.
Well, Bob, people looked at Bob as more of an entertainer. And I've always been looked like they always categorize us as I'm the vocalist, he's the entertainer, he's the entertainer, vocalist. I mean, everybody had they just, kind of categorized us. But, that was something that we talked about one time, and it was like, I was like, man, but you got to understand, you can be around forever, Bob. You can be around like the Michael Jackson because he has whatever it is he has.
Yeah. Biv. What's the prognosis on Bobby coming back to the group? And Ronnie, you're not talking enough, and I want to talk to you about that as well. Biv, what is the deal?
It's a good prognosis. I just spoke to Bob 2 hours ago.
Was he sober?
He might creep in New York City tonight, so it's good. I think it's just a situation where, like Ricky said, man, there's like rules that we have amongst each other. We got to give each other a certain amount of respect. We got to respect who people have become as individuals, and as long as Bob comes back to the table and know that he's got to fall back when it's over, he'll be all right. That's the only thing that's stopping Bob is sometimes he goes a little too far on stage. And he try to keep a tight show because people pay to see a good show. and we don't try to be up there being too loose and going all over the place. So when he comes to that lane, you'll be seeing the six of us all the time.
Ronnie, what are your thoughts?
Bob is a true entertainer, like Johnny said, and he loves the spotlight. I'm talking like we could be in the bathroom or something like that, and there'll be a little roach in the corner looking at two people that's in the bathroom, and Bob wants that roach to look at him, you know, and if he has to go over the top and do something to make sure people are paying attention to him, that's something that he'll do. And we have, you know, we like Mike and Rick always say, you know, we have rules, you know, and we go to bat for those rules. I mean, to the point where we've had beefs over the years, you know, trying to kind of pull Bob back just a little bit just to make sure he's conforming to what we got going on.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Faith's husband, Todd Russell, you kind of put him on as A&R back when you had the Biv 10 records. Are you all still close? Did you go to their wedding? What? Go ahead.
Didn't like that whack-ass article in the Vibe where they say he got his start as a Motown A&R, and that's not true. Todd was my right-hand man when I came out with ABC, Boys to Men 702 and Subway. He was the guy that I went to for everything. A la just like how Andre and Puffy was. That's how we were coming through the ranks. And now he's her manager, and I think he's made a big statement in the business. He got her out of Bad Boy, got her to Capitol. And he's a great alumni of Biv 10. I'm very proud of him.
Do you want to say anything to Puffy right now as opposed to just waiting for, because what's the date? Johnny, you said the date.
August 9th.
Yeah,
August 9th.
The only thing I want to say to Puff, and I think this is, you know, I think I can speak on behalf of all the guys, and that is that we all know that we tried to merge and come together and do business, and unfortunately it didn't work. And the main thing that I think our fans want from us, and we want from him, is to be able to continue to move forward with our recording career, and that is to be able to let's look at August the 9th and say, hey, I'm going to let you guys move forward, and we're going to move on, and maybe we'll see each other somewhere down the line and be able to speak and say hi and be able to keep it moving, you know?
Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, I agree.
For me personally, I just wish he could have been more.
My headphones are too loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ralph. I think personally, I wish he would have been around more. I think if he would have been around and actually played that role that he said he was going to be in terms of being that sixth or that seventh member at the time.
So you guys saw this even before the CD was released, because me as a consumer and as a fan, I'm thinking that he was in the studio the whole time, but he just dropped the ball when it came for the publicity.
Everything that happened, from clothes to wardrobe to anything, that we was sitting around like, where'd this coming from? This is not the look. This is not that. He was never really there. He'd come in late and then have to try to fix stuff. And I think that because of that, it always felt like we were clashing and posting. I was like, Puffy, just come down and check it out. You wouldn't wear this. Or you wouldn't do this or that. You know what I'm saying?
What was he trying to put you in?
I couldn't tell you.
I really think that he was so much really involved. Like Ralph said, it would just be more we're working with his people.
Right.
You know, we're working more with his people. And I just think that if he would have been more in touch with us and our fans, just to get a light from them, just from our fans, to see what they want from New Edition. Like, he never really saw that.
I mean, I was even outside all that, Rick. I mean, we know what our fans want from us. We've been doing it for 20-something years. And we was trying to show him the formula that stuck us through the gangster rap era, through the diss era, all these different eras. New Edition seemed to carve their own niche through it to stick through them eras. And we're trying to show him that. And for some reason, it was like we want to reinvent this or try to fix this a little bit more to make it update for 2000. Things have changed now. It was kind of those combos that kept making us have problems.
Johnny,
so now
you got the land?
I was going to say that. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
Go ahead, miss.
I was going to say that the thing, to keep it real with you, Johnny really didn't want to sign the deal. But for me, the main reason I wanted to go to Puff is because I'm into black empowerment. And we were at a point when we ride the tour bus, ride the airplanes, we always talk about our movie, a lot what the VH1 special was, just a little something of it. And I actually wanted to give him the final piece to the puzzle. I wanted him to do the movie, do the book, so that a black man could have crossed the finish line with us. And the sad thing about it is, we never even sat in the room with Puff, so I could tell him, man, do you really know we didn't just come to you for records? We came to give you a gold mine.
Biv, hold that.
Gold mine was the New Edition story.
Biv, hold that thought. We'll be back with more New Edition next.
Wendy, man.
I'm constantly sleeping with my baby's daddy. He is engaged to get married to someone else. Should I give it all up and say, well, I tried to have a relationship here?
You can't have a relationship. He's engaged to somebody else. He's about to get married. really. I just can't take it.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
All right, everybody, New Edition's still here. Where we left off, we were talking about New Edition being not just some group. You guys are a story and empire. You're legends. You're the type people who were on Top 40 radio back in the day, who have the ability to be played on hip-hop and R&B stations today, simultaneously with classic oldie stations. And tomorrow we'll hear you on Light FM, and you'll still be touring like the OJs and the Whispers.
Exactly.
Puffy apparently did not see this vision.
Right. And that's why I said I don't knock him for it at the end of the day. It's just that when he came to the table, he came to it selling everybody something else different. Fortunately, I knew Puffy before probably all the guys met Puff. And when I was against it, I wasn't so much against his business more so than I was against the fact that I know him as a person. And I know that eventually, as soon as we clash, it was going to be problems.
Okay.
I knew that. And that's my only reason why I said, hey, man, I don't think this is the right idea, the right place to go, because this is not going to be about business. Back in the day with Barry Gordy, and you can go and name down Gerald Busby, we could have shootout powwows and go at each other, and still they operated and did things in business because it was about business. I think Puff gets to taking it more personal. So he goes in a different direction with things.
At the same sense, though, Skills, we, like Ron said, man, I wanted that Sean John collection line, that suit line.
We're supposed to be doing all of that. We talked about all of that.
And that would have been great.
And all that stuff was talked about. Oh, don't worry, fellas, I'm back in this. It's going down.
You were going to be the face of Sean John.
It was a personal thing, but at the right time, though, Wendy, I think we made the right decision from leaving MCA going to Puffy. I don't think that's still a bad decision.
I think the best thing that happened,
the best decision we could have made at that time.
And the second best one is that you have the option out if the project didn't go well, because now you're not locked in. And I thought that the way you all started your album, I thought that was so gangster. Everybody on the phone. Yeah. And then what? The project went flat. I was so disgusted with that.
And all that stuff you talking about is us.
You know what, though, Rick? You should tell her about May. What was that, Ron? When did the Bad Boy soundtrack come out? 2002?
2003.
Oh, for the movie you talking about. The movie.
How that went down into May, and then that 6 month off, because that was really when it went down, to be honest.
Oh, exactly. When we recorded in Miami, when we didn't agree to certain songs that he wanted us to do, we would, we get sit home for about 6 or 7 months. And the album would just be on hold. Yeah. The project would just stop.
You'd be like on punishment like kids?
You want to call
we just knew that we just didn't work. We didn't record for about another 6 or 7 months.
We'll do something else. We weren't on punishment. We're going on the road.
We're still on the road, still doing what we have to do.
Approximately how much are you guys collecting doing shows? I know it varies from place to place, but I know tonight you're in New York City at Madison Square Garden. What kind of payday is this
still
for?
Good, Wendy. We still good. We still in the 6 figures a week.
That's nice.
Up to 6 figures a week.
That's nice.
And that's why I said at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I just I know for our fans and for us as men who has to feed our families the same way Puff has to feed his. Unfortunately, Puff's got a lot on his plate. He does. He tries to do a lot of things, and I'm not mad at him because he's got to feed his family.
By the way, Johnny, are you still living with the white chick, or was that the 12-year relationship that...
The white chick? What white chick?
Weren't you living with the white chick?
I didn't live with the white chick.
Okay, well, here we are to clear things up. Let me ask you... Ralph.
I hear is...
Ralph, well, it's okay.
Wendy was slipping in on your ass.
That's just casual conversation.
Here comes another one for you, Ralph.
You ain't said nothing positive. Do I have any positive rumors? Damn.
Well, let me just clear this up. The same baby's mother with the child support is, with the behind kicking is the same one saying that you don't pay child support. Is all that clear? How does this woman get along with your new wife?
They don't even talk like that. I don't put them in the same room like that. We cool, but no, I'm up to date with everything. Back support, current. I'm ahead of it.
Good. I can vouch for that for Riz, because she calls my sisters and vents to her about I'm gonna call Channel 5 on rap and tell them this and that. But she's just
where do you guys live? The married ones. Ricky, where do you live with your wife?
I live in the Valley in California.
Okay, and Ralph?
I'm in the outskirts of Atlanta.
Okay, and apparently, Ronnie, you're living in Atlanta because that's where you're moguling the real estate. Johnny, where do you call home?
I'm in Beverly Hills.
Biv, what about fabulous? Biv, where do you call home now?
I live in Connecticut. That's where I'm late. I'm right on 62nd Street moving, so I'm about 20-some blocks away.
Okay, so listen, what is you all's relationship with Hiram Hicks? Because back in the day, Biv, I know you had a business relationship with him, and I know you all know Hiram. Just out of curiosity, what's your relationship?
You know,
when I see Hiram,
I don't even know if we should even rock with that. I don't know if that really flows with where we're going because it's not nothing we need to rock with. We can move to another one.
Johnny, do you care to add
I'll
anything?
say this. In the nature of being in this business for so many years, you meet people, they come and they go. And so many times you can give people a start because we all got to start somewhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, you look at things and people go into different directions and they start growing and going other places and how soon they forget.
That's what I remember.
How
about
soon
it.
they
I remember
forget.
about
But
that, you know,
it's nothing to say between that I think anybody has any problems with Hiram. Just like I don't have honestly, I really don't have a problem with anybody being able to move forward and grow and do what they do with their lives and their careers, because that's what it's all about, giving someone an opportunity. But never forget where you come from.
That's right. Are you all divas? Because that was the word from the Bad Boy offices.
Well, you know what? Let me.
Shoot!
Let me explain something.
Calm
This
down.
is rough. There's nobody in the Bad Boy family that can even explain New Edition's demeanor. Nobody was around us enough. There was a couple people up there, as kind of interns and them type of people who was up there that was kind of.
He surrounded you with the bottom feeders. This is New Edition.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. There's nobody up there that could really tell you about the demeanor or the character of New Edition from Bad Boy. There's nobody over there that has those kind of credentials. They wasn't around us enough.
And I wouldn't use the word divas, but we're about business. If we have an agreement, we live up to our end of the bargain, we expect you to live up to yours. And the same way that I deal with my business, if I go and I'm doing a concert, and if we agree that I'm going to have Coca-Colas in there,
yes,
I'm not going to deal with you verbally about it. We're going to put it in black and white, whether you guys want to call it being a diva, whatever, because I truly believe that when you have an agreement and you can put that in black and white, it allows no room for error.
That's right. Well,
Wendy.
Let me clear up one rumor though. Let me clear up,
but you know, that's why it sounds not
gay,
so much.
right? Divas sound too gay. There ain't no divas in New Edition. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that in
Maybe she means demanding.
That's all I'm saying.
Basically.
We know what it is. New Edition.
We
Yo,
ain't
Mike.
getting no cheese.
Yo, what it is New Edition. New Edition is our baby. New Edition is our baby. New Edition is our mother. And when somebody's trying to treat that wrong, we gonna stand up and make sure they understand what the deal is at the end of the day.
And not only
that's
that,
all it was.
After seeing VH1 Behind the Music, you all deserve to have everything in black and white because we saw what you've been through.
And that's right.
Right.
You know, this is 22 plus years.
And I think
Wendy,
what?
We went through a lot to try to get to you today. We wanted to make sure when we came to New York City, we came to see you. So
and I appreciate.
Whatever we supposed to be or you heard about us, if we made a decision, we're going to get to you. That's what we did today. So you know what it's like when we want to make something happen. We follow through.
Hey, Biv, in a perfect world, where does New Edition go label-wise after, what's the date we're looking for, Johnny? August 9th.
Yeah. August 9th.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I heard what Johnny said at the top. It's kind of hard to say. I think we know where we would want to be. We definitely know who we want to go in the studio with.
Right.
That's not even an option. And it's kind of hard to say because I think Johnny said it best, man. When we sit down with him, we just hope that we don't have to be put Mac on hold no longer than November 9th, 2004 to August 9th. You know, if it's not going to happen, just let us go. And whatever we got to do to work it out, just let us live. Because in 2008, it'd be 25 years, and we still got ideas and plans.
And nobody's getting any younger. How were you traveling from city to city? Were you traveling in a tour bus? What were you doing? And was Puffy paying for it? What did it look like? Did it have a bathroom? What? Go, Johnny, go!
Yeah, when we was with Bad Boy, yeah we traveled on the tour bus. I mean, yeah, because that's what I look at it. I mean, it's the past for me.
Yeah.
I'm looking ahead, and that's why the only thing we're dealing with now to continue to move ahead is just a pen with some ink. Or even a pencil. I'll take a marker. It doesn't matter to be able to move forward. But yeah, we was traveling on the bus. And I just want to say that when you look at New Edition, and I think you hit on this earlier, you know, we've been doing this for 22 years, and we've been through enough to know and understand what it is that we want and what it is that we need. And also, we've been through this enough to understand that in the nature of this business, and unfortunately, even over at Bad Boy, their thing has been so much geared with dealing with rap artists, and they move on the spur of a moment doing things, but for our lives, we have families, we have a lot of other obligations, so things has to be done in an orderly fashion because that's how you got to remember you're affecting 5 other people's lives.
That's
so
right.
And I don't think that I think that's where we kind of clash heads, because they figured if they say jump, we just get up and you just jump. And it wasn't that way. And I think it just created more problems between us with the communication.
Now, let me ask this, because supposedly the story is, Ralph, here's another rumor, that to promote the album, you had this tour bus, and you refused to get on the tour bus to tour and promote the album.
No, it wasn't true.
All right, calm down, everybody. Ralph's talking.
No, for real. This was at the. I'm gonna start from the beginning, man.
Okay.
When that whole thing went down, it was really a shocker. Because first of all, mind you, the single was serviced to radio in May. The album was pushed back. Album release date was pushed back so many different times. It was like 4 different times. So we ended up going out on this tour to do a promotional tour. Supposed to be meet and greets, PDs,
I know, I'm an artist.
Contest winners, the whole thing. So we're showing up in these cities, the places that we're getting ready to come back through and do some touring.
Yeah.
And they're promoting us as we're on tour. It was the New Edition Grown and Sexy concert tour.
Concert tour, right?
So instead of us showing up to places to sit down, 200-seater club, the lounges and clubs and stuff like that, and we're sitting where we're pulling up in these places with the bus wrapped, with the, we trying to promote the album, getting ready to drop on November 9th, and we're standing there when our club, just how you see us dressed right now. We're showing up, no band, no gear, no nothing like, and people are like, okay, where's the concert? They're paying them. They're charging people to get in.
What?
Yeah, and we're sitting around like, what the hell is going on? So we kept trying to advance them. Okay, we're calling ahead. Stop this. Because before we get to the next city, this can't jump off no more. Oh, don't worry about it, fellas. We're going to this, that, and the other. Now, some places we're going to have to go ahead and just do 2 or 3 songs because, they said for exchange, they're going to spend the record. And I'll say, okay, well, we try to play it off as long as we could.
Yes.
We'll do a few routines.
Yes.
But after a while, they started announcing Bobby gonna be there.
What?
Puffy and Mace gonna be there.
And they were taking money. They were accepting money.
Yeah, they was getting paid for this. So we showed up in
was.
D.C. and said, look, that's it.
Right. People were paying their money.
This is all we do. This is all we have is our touring. What we do, this is regardless of whatever happens, we have a fan base.
That's right.
And when you start bringing people out and disappointing these people, making them spend their money thinking, and they've never seen us in all of our 22 years,
That's right.
us come without the bells and the whistles and do what we do.
That's
and then bringing them out here and misleading them thinking that we're going to perform. And then they get mad at us, upset at us because they're thinking
they don't know what's
that we're
going on.
not showing up
We're
because
in the middle of the ocean.
That's right. That's right.
No
that's what I
life
thought it was.
support.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Everybody was
We kept
talking
calling them
about
saying,
us.
look, we need some help. Y'all gonna have to change the way that they're billing this, that, and the other. They never did it.
Yeah, it
we
was
got
the same
fed
thing
up,
in every city.
And that's
New
the
Edition,
thing that went
performing.
down here. We were supposed to be down in, was it Brooklyn? And
it
112.
was the Latin Quarters.
Latin Quarters. And 112 was somebody, they called them at the last second to come in and made up all of this stuff about how we didn't show up and we didn't get on the bus.
Divas. That's
But
where
they
the
never
diva
told-
stuff come from. All they acting like women, like bitches and all that
Yeah.
shit. And it was like, hey, let's tell it.
But I think the last thing when we finally decided not to go to finish the promotional tour is because we just said we would finish it. We would go. Can we get our back in?
Yes.
That we're owed from finishing the album and everything, turning, doing the photo session, doing the video. Can we get our back in and we will finish the promotional tour?
Okay.
They refused to do
That's
that.
Ricky.
They refused to give us the back end, so
Ralph
we just
wants
said,
a piece of this.
the hell with it,
Let me
and we just let it
close
go.
out. The last other piece that kind of wrapped it up for us was we've been waiting for a marketing campaign since that May when I told you that the album was being serviced or the single was being serviced. We was waiting for our marketing campaign. It never came. We kept waiting through May. We waited through June, July.
Let me finish. Why it is that New Editions got to beg and be treated like
trying to figure the same thing.
22-year-olds who've just been plucked from the woods and have never done anything.
Yeah,
exactly. We waited, and then 2 weeks before the album, a week and a half before the album was supposed to drop, we were out in the middle of that promotional tour dealing with all that stuff I just told you about. They finally sent us the marketing campaign, which had a trip to 106 in Park and a trip to Direct Effect.
Right.
That was
our marketing plan.
No Oprah.
No Good Morning
no
America.
Regis,
no Good Day. No, none of that.
No Soul Train. No
And
nothing.
and during this time is when I was talking to Biv, because Biv was
Wendy.
called. Yes.
I was going to tell you something that you can see how it affected the group.
Right.
During that promotional time, each one of us at one time disappeared on the group.
Yeah.
Okay, who went first, Biv?
I think I was second.
Mike.
I don't know who went first. I know Ronnie was
Probably Johnny with all the mouth, because I didn't want this deal to begin with.
Yeah, Johnny, I think was the one that stuck to the whole
was the
thing.
only one that didn't move.
But I've always said it, and I stuck to my guns. I said, hey, man, I said it, And I'll say it again, this was not the right move, but I think, like Mike said, for that time, maybe it was the best thing. I knew, and this is a group and this is my family, and even though I disagreed with it, I knew I had to get in the car and take the ride, too.
So Mike left first. Ricky, I bet you left second.
Well, I was in and out. I was in and out.
So can I say this on behalf of Puff? And this is not something that I normally would do with Puff, but I can say that in the future for Puff, I think in dealing with his music side of his business, that you gotta hire people that are qualified, and you can't, because you get what you pay for. And when you start putting people in positions and they don't know and don't have the experience of how to operate, how to even first and foremost communicate with people, it's going to create havoc. And Puff not being there because he's all over the place doing other things, he only got their ears. He's got to listen and take their word for whatever it is that they're saying and that they're doing. And so when it comes back, it's coming back and it's going through, filtering through a bunch of other stuff. Right. And that's how things have gotten all off track and got thrown where it got where it went.
You don't have to just take New Edition's word for that, man. You go to anybody that's been an artist on that label in the last few years.
I believe you. They're
going to tell you the same thing, man. It's like I can't get with none of the artists over there without having a conversation about how they was treated or what happened and all that kind of stuff.
And it's no coincidence when you watch and look at their track record and look at what's the pattern. It's nothing. If we're the ones that are crazy, then look at the pattern.
Affiliates, I realize that we're a little bit over. We're about to wind this up. I want to find out. First of all, you all are performing night at Madison Square Garden. You did a great job last night in Hartford, Connecticut at Mohegan Sun. How much longer are you touring with this album? When are you getting back in the studio for the next album? And is that predicated on what happens on August 9th where you go?
Absolutely. It's predicated on August 9th once we deal with that. But beyond that, this tour is done on the end of the 28th of June. We end in Miami.
Oh, that's my release date. Can you come to my album release party?
Where is it? Going to be in Miami?
It's going to be in New York. June 22nd.
June the 22nd?
June 22nd.
Oh, man.
Are you going to be around New York?
I think we're in Cleveland or something like that.
In Cleveland?
Yeah. Oh, the 22nd.
You're trying to...
Somewhere around there.
22nd.
Wendy, can I get you something for apologizing? I'm right on 34th Street.
Well, I do...
what can I do? Because I feel bad.
She don't need no ice. Trust me.
She don't need no ice.
Trust me, you don't need no ice.
You might need a drink with it.
I don't want... Hey, Mike.
You just tell me off the air what you like, and I like to give that to you.
Wait a minute, though, Mike. Let's ask her. Wait a minute. Wendy, are you coming to the show tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, Mike, you got it there. You know what you can do. I got you covered. You know I'm good with the whole... being creative, so
no, I don't want to
we
be
got it. No. We don't have to.
We're
not gonna call it. Trust me. Okay.
Right.
No, wait. It was just whispered in my ear. I thought you guys got me tickets.
No, well, you got whatever you
need. You got it.
Why don't you just bring us on stage tonight, Wendy?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice.
Done.
What
time is the show?
7.
Oh, crap. I'm not dressed to bring New Edition on stage.
7:40, we hit.
I'll do it. Oh, my God, this is an honor. Yes, I will. All right, let me just ask. I want to end positively. Now, I know that Ralph, you're in love, you're married. Ricky, you're in love and you're married. Ronnie, what's your romantic life like?
It's going down. It's going down. I definitely got me a beautiful, special woman on my side. She's got my back, my front, and every damn thing. And one of these days, I'm going to definitely be able to say that I'm in the Ricky and Ralph club. Married, and, and then fortunately, I'll be in the Ralph and Mike club after that. With, with the little shorties. But,
yeah. Johnny, you were searching for a woman that you can marry and have children with. You do not want to do it any other way.
Absolutely. It just won't happen any other way. And I swear I'm from the old school.
And Biv, you whore. How is your love life?
Well, I threw in that card. I got a beautiful young lady named Tisha that I live with in Connecticut. And I'm like Ron. I'm on the fast track to settling down and making it official.
That's fabulous. You guys, I thank you so much for coming in. You could have gone anywhere with this story. And I appreciate you all coming here. The VH1 Behind the Music was incredible. I think this picks up where that left off. I wish you well on your birthday, which is August 9th, as far as I'm concerned. And I'll see you tonight for a curtain call at 7.
There you go.
Oh, snap. Do addition, everybody.
Get there early. We're going first. Yeah.
We don't, go on last.
Go on last.
Sometimes thinking we're going
No, you don't go on
That's
last.
what that is.
Going on second, right after Joe.
Immediately. All right, fellas, thank you very much. I'll see you tonight. Is there drug use at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney. You.
No, you're not talking to me. I'm a mother. Only my mother has privy to that information. You talk to your child about that. Don't ask me no questions like I'm a child. Don't ask me like I'm a child, because I'm not a child, Wendy.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Man, what a show. New Edition came in and sucked all the oxygen out of the air. Thank you, fellas, so much for coming in. Thank you for my special invitation for tonight's performance at Madison Square Garden. But I was swiftly and quickly reminded that I had an extremely important obligation that, unfortunately, even though I have tickets for the show, and I'm going to the show, but I won't be able to get there until probably 3 songs in. So I won't be able to. I know the person that's probably the saddest about it is Art, who chased after them like a schoolboy. Well, Art, really, I mean, you just chased after New Edition, and I watched your eyes as I spoke to them. You looked at all of them longingly.
What's longingly mean?
Longingly just means your
admiration.
Your admiration for them was extremely apparent. Yes. And yes, everybody, Ronnie does have a love in his life. Yes, we had discussed on the show that it was one of the members of Black. And hell, you know, I tried to ask as many things as I possibly could. You see, I held him over time, over schedule, and whatnot. There's always something for the next time. So the next time they come in, I can say to Ronnie, Ronnie, is you still with the girl from Black? You know, like that. And as far as how Puffy knows... Johnny knows Puffy the longest. Well, that's probably because Puffy was a background dancer for Stacey Lattisaw back in the day. And so, you know, Stacey Lattisaw and Johnny collabo, and they're from D.C. and that situation. So, and as far as the numbers of CDs sold to date, the New Edition CD that's out right now is sold currently about 300,000 copies, which... not too bad.
I mean,
for New Edition, for as long as it's been out, for the push that it was supposed to get, for as long, how you looked at them longingly? You have the nerve to say that's not bad?
Considering the promotion they got.
Well, that's right. It's all self-promotion. So that's good for self-promotion. Imagine if they had help.
They're independent.
Or if they were independent, exactly, of which they're not. Nobody watched the. Thanks again, fellas, for coming in. I can't say enough. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. Nobody watched the MTV Movie Awards last night. I have to be honest with you. I zhuzhed past them and kept going because there was nobody on. They were actually in commercials. The cable guide said the awards were on, but I said I don't have time to wait for commercial to be done. Did Mariah already perform? Okay, well then let me move on. Am I going to get a chance to read Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' body language? Okay, no, the commercial on. But we always have the weekend. You know how MTV does. That'll be 24-hour playing for the entire weekend. Fantasia's got a new boyfriend. Does anybody care about who he is? Oh. Fantasia Barrino's new boyfriend is supposed to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Michael Clayton. Oh. Do you know who he is?
I'm familiar with him. Yeah.
Well, come on. That's Fantasia cutting and slurping. Them teeth. Cutting and slurping. Well, apparently the two got acquainted while Fantasia was romantically linked to the model Datari Turner. So Fantasia was creeping like you men do to us. Turnabout's a fair game. And things got serious between her and Michael Clayton. And so Fantasia, I guess...
security in the ball player.
Until he busts his knee, and then all that ball player / cop anger comes out. Because it's the same kind of anger. Cops and ball players, just be careful. I know they're all big and honky. But, there's something about, the stress of the job. But here's what she revealed to a magazine. She said... he's just as busy as I am. He's a good friend. When we talk, we talk. I'll bet you do, Fanty. Or Tasia is probably what her friends call her. And Eva Pickford said that she never met a camera she didn't like. Well, that's good. Then she planned the right profession, right? Oh, boy. You guys, The Honeymooners is not getting good reviews at the box office. But
see that today or tomorrow.
Well, support Cedric the Entertainer and support Mike Epps and the legendary Honeymooners. Even though I'm sure the original Honeymooners has nothing to do with this. They just calling it the Honeymooners. But, there's some funny people in it, plus the beautiful Gabrielle Union. So why not go out and support? It's the weekend, By the way, Eva just inked a $100,000 deal with CoverGirl Cosmetics. Excuse me. No, she did that during America's Next Top Model. But the question I wanted to ask you, because all I have is Eva and CoverGirl written down on my notes. What I wanted to ask you is, have you seen her in the actual CoverGirl ads? Are they actually out? I haven't seen her as an easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
I saw one. Yeah. The one she took when she was taking the pictures for the.
Okay.
I saw that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that's good enough, huh?
It's called My Life as a CoverGirl, and there were a bunch of commercials.
In other words,
her around.
Okay, so she's official then with the ads. Well, that's good because she was apparently buying some sunglasses and over on 34th Street, right up the street. And she spent, they say, more than $1,200 on sunglasses, the Gucci Valentinos. And here's what the people in the store said about Eva. She was so friendly and accommodating to everyone, but she was clear that she wouldn't pose for pictures taken by cell phones. Those are the easiest ones to pose for. You don't have to wait for, oh my goodness, my flash wasn't working. They just take it and that's it. Angelina Jolie, and I forgot to tell you guys this. My friend who works over at Life and Style magazine, she always said, thank you, Marisol Lopez. Thank you, Valerie Lombardo. Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay, how do you say your last name? Ledortstead. The ladies all work at Life and Style, one of my favorites. And so they always send me, exclusives. So what they sent, and I got it earlier in the week, the magazine's on newsstands at this point, but Angelina Jolie and Brad, well, they say that they're planning to have a baby. And in the magazine, it goes on to how she's preparing and what she's buying. And then Nick recently whisked Jessica Simpson off to Mexico to rebuild their relationship and start anew. Plus, the magazine's going to address the alleged affair between the very married Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson. And 8 celebrities reveal how they keep their fab bods beautiful and whatnot. I guess they'll be talking about Paris Hilton's new 24-carat engagement ring as well. Yeah, well, some girls have all the carats. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you for swinging with me today. New edition, what can I say? Legendary. 10s across the board. Break a leg tonight at Madison Square Garden, and I'll see you about 3 songs in. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace party, people. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl, because I'm coming through. I got juice for you. Kimberly Elise and Shamar Moore, shut up. Is that the most, just the visual, is that the most mismatched thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
I take him.
Oh, my God. Dumbass. Plus, I want to tell you about the apparent mess going on backstage at the Flex Alexander show. What's it called? One-on-one. Yeah, I got a little inside scoop. And I'm giving away tickets for my album release party. So everybody, keep it where you got it. Jump on the phones, get on the fax machines. It's 866-GET-WENDY. And the bonus hour begins next on 107.5 WVLS. How you doing?
Yes, let's pay his mom again.
Michael Bivins is so paid and so nonchalant about that Boys to Men money that he said that those are checks for his moms. And his sister. Mm-hmm. Well, Tyrese, they say, Apparently, he's starting to shoot a new movie called Waist Deep in August. And he's casted a woman named Coco who will play his love interest. And what did it say? Casting is underway for Coco. Oh, no, casting is underway for the woman Coco, who would be his love interest. So he doesn't have the girlfriend yet, but they're trying to cast. Johnny Gill did look good, though, right?
Wendy, I don't know how true this is, but I got a behind-the-scenes exclusive from somebody who said that actually New Edition is planning on bringing in a new member, and he's going to unleash it depending on the Puffy thing, but they have a new member that they have waiting in the wings that they want to bring on board.
Yeah, it's going to be Bobby Brown.
No, another member in addition to that.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Why split the money so many different ways?
Yeah, you'd be like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, and still at the end of the day, all we know is Maurice White and a few others. Look, we have to take I think that's a terrible idea. I think the only thing they should do is surprise everybody, bring Bobby Brown on stage tonight, put Bobby in rehab, make sure that he's clear and well thought out, because there's no point in having Bobby in the group for shock value on stage if Bobby's going to be all high and messing up the pH balance of the group. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think that they need to be introducing anybody new. And I don't care if it's somebody that we already know. You can tell us you're going to bring Brian McKnight as part. What? You can put that where? Back there.
He's not younger, probably.
I don't care. Jaheim is younger. You can say you want to bring Jaheim as part of New Edition. I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring the familiar. Mm-hmm. Besides, Jaheim does so well solo. Why would he want to mix up those fabulous vocals? Yeah. Hey, Jaheim. All right, everybody, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more and your phone calls next on 107. Oh, thanks, Art. And your chance to win. And Wendy Williams brings the Heat gift package, which not only includes passes for the red carpet party, but guess what? BLS has been holding out on the bobblehead dolls. You get a bobblehead doll in this package, too. So this is great. Okay, so everybody keep it here. Your chance to win is coming up on 107.5 WBLS.
Hi, everybody. It's
the Biz Marquee.
You're checking out the bonus hour
of the Wicked Wendy, Wicked Williams. See, because I can do it. So look. Wait. The boom. Watch. Why is it so tragic when I do it? Just because I knocked on my head to do that?
It hurts.
I told you all, more gum on my paperwork. I told you all that about The Sopranos. I was going to tell you a story about them last week. Well, I haven't forgotten about it. It's just that I don't want to do it now. I've got more pressing things to get to. Remember that that reggae artist Capleton? He's still touring. Apparently, they canceled like 6 different concerts in France because of his anti-gay lyrics. It's always the gay. What is that? The ringing in my head again? Let me find out.
I hear it too.
Let me find out. This station is a ticking time bomb. Here we go for the second damn day.
Both the Negroes.
I got to ignore it, though, because I got to tell you, caller number 10 on the phones right now, you got to be 21 years or older. You're going to pick up. Wendy Williams brings the Heat gift pack, including a copy of my new CD, which is released on June 28th. It's called Wendy Williams Brings the Heat, featuring fabulous music from everybody who matters. And then some. Well, you know what? There's still some people that I'd love if I could do a volume 2. I still have a wish list. But you know what? It really features some great music. Jaheim and Jadakiss and Styles P teamed up with Demi for the song called Hood Princess. Shout out to all the Hood Princesses. You're going to love that song. Mario Winans with his stand-up. Mobb Deep is on it. And whatnot. I mean, it's a...
And you're on it.
And I'm on it. Not all over it. Just I touch it. Plus, you'll get a copy of the CD. You're going to get an autographed copy of one of my books. You're going to get a Wendy Williams bobblehead doll. And you're going to get passes for my exclusive VIP pink carpet party on June 22nd at an undisclosed location. The party is before the release. This is going to be the VIP party, so dial carefully behind the scenes. But the release date for the album is June 28th. In Jamaica, Queens, tomorrow, you can join Mark Jordan at the Sprint store on Jamaica Avenue. The WBLS Hummer will be there. That location is 163-23 Jamaica Avenue at noon. We're celebrating the 107 Days of Summer. Ann Tripp is also going to be out tomorrow with David Levy at the annual AIDS Walk Caribbean. 2005 begins on Flatbush Avenue and goes Flatbush and Nostrand and goes to Wingate Park, and that's tomorrow. Also, this weekend is the big Puerto Rican Day Parade. I know.
This is weekend already?
Yeah, it is. It's almost like summer's over, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I told you. Don't buy another thing for summer. Welcome to fall, y'all. Happy birthday to Shavonna Owens of Asbury Park. And that's from her mother, Petra. Thanks for turning us on. Oh, I didn't give you guys the results to the poll question. Should marijuana be legalized? That's what we ask. And every day we have a poll question. I'll give you the new one. 42% of people said yes. And 58% of people said no. And Goonie wants to weigh in. Goonie says, Wendy, I know what you mean about having people chief at work. I work in the corporate world, and one day I decided to go into work all chiefed up. Well, when I got into work, my manager decided to call a staff meeting. Wendy, I swear she was talking to me, and I was so paranoid I didn't even know what to do. I can't remember anything that she said because the voice is swarming around in my head. She knows, she knows, she knows. You know, you get all paranoid. You were right about the new strain of marijuana. Needless to say, I never did that again. I'm on the fence, but I gotta lean with the 58%. I don't think it should be legalized. Because that new strain is something awful. I don't want to think about somebody driving my child to school, you know, chiefing. And yeah, I know it's easy to say, well, alcohol is legal and people don't, you know, drink and drive or whatever. Well, people do drink and drive. But, you know, marijuana is easier to mask than alcohol is, you know, because you can do it in the privacy of your own home. And with the new strain today, you stay trommed up for a good 6 hours, right? Yeah. You can do it way over, you know, with alcohol, you know, you got to kind of keep it going by having that little nip bottle. You know what I mean? Plus, you get the smell and all like that. With the chief, you smoke at 9 o'clock in the morning and you're high all day with the new strain. You know, we can revisit that. I told you I was going to talk about one-on-one. I'm not getting out of here. Everyone, lock the door. What is that? All hands on deck, all hands on deck. Trav, the ringing is back on the airwaves. The ringing is back. Oh, he's like, I don't care. No, hold on. You let me read this. Wendy, girl, I heard from a very reliable source that some real nasty mess is going down on the set of One-on-One for next season. They're trying to change the whole format of the show. They want to kick Flex, his best friend Dwayne, and Spirit off. How are you going to kick Flex off the show? Oh, because it's not called the Flex Alexander Show. It's called One-on-One. Everybody kick off the ball. Oh. I always call it the Flex Alexander Show because he's the star. Isn't he the star of the show?
He's one of the stars.
No, he's not. Oh. He's the top of the triangle. Everybody else is under him. What? Then again, if he was, it'd be called the Flex Alexander Show.
There you go.
All right, let me finish reading. I can't support this. I don't like the way it's going down. Look, they want to kick Flex, his best friend Dwayne, and Spirit off the show and base the entire show around Kyla Pratt and Arnaz. Oh, I can see that.
Joni and Chachi.
I can see that. Oh, I can see that. And I have to support because I like Kyla Pratt. I'm sorry, Flex.
Joni and Chachi.
You know what? I'd support. Hold on, let me finish reading it. Oh, this is grimy. Oh, and that's what she says, too. Look, she says, I think this is real grimy. I also think it's stupid. All of the jokes and funny stuff come from Flex, Dwayne, and Spirit. Not when they hire new writers, they don't. Well, hold on, let me finish reading. It's supposed to be a comedy, so how are you going to kick the funny people off? Brianna and Arnaz are not funny. I think it's grimy because Flex is the creator of the show. Yeah, because at the end of the show, he says, Daddy loves you too, baby.
That's him.
Yeah! you wouldn't be able to tell that by reading the credits because, yes, you can tell by reading the credits because at the end of the show, that black man who's talking to his daughter, that's Flex talking to his daughter that he has with Shanice. When Flex pitched the show to the network, they loved the idea. They loved the concept. He had the concept for years before he ever decided to pitch it. When he pitched the show, they told him that he needed a writer and to write out a script. He found Annetta Boone, told her the concept so that she could write out the script, and she took it and tried to pass it off as her own concept. So she stole his credit. Flex got producer credit on the show, but he was supposed to get creator too.
That's where the money is, the creator credit.
Oh,
that's the money.
Snap.
The money.
But he didn't make a big deal out of it because he didn't want a lot of drama on the set. He was just happy to have a show on the air. He even got Annetta Boone the job to be writer on the actual show. I don't know how she can go to work and face him every day knowing how trifling she is. I'm telling you, Wendy, things are grimy over there on the set of One-on-One. They only want Brianna and Arnez on the show, and they want to have Flex make a few guest appearances, and that's it. I think it's terrible. Flex isn't losing any sleep over it. He just signed to do a movie with Samuel L. Jackson. So he is moving on and doing bigger and better things. But I just wanted to put the show One-on-One on blast, and Annetta Boone did him grimy. Anyway, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't hear it from me. Love you, Wendy. Sign nobody. That's crazy. Art, why do you have to pass me a note when your microphone is up?
I like you. Read it.
The creator of Family Ties got $58 million when it went into syndication. The creator job is a small fraternity. Aaron Spelling, Steve Bochco.
They don't get that title to anybody.
Look, I'm getting out of here before this joint explodes. Because this is the second day that tick, tick, tick. And next thing you know, boom.
Don't say that.
Well, it is what it is. If Vaughn can't host the Father's Day cruise, then maybe Adimu can do it. Because with all the tick, 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 hey, boom. Just jokes, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. I'll be speaking to you on Monday, God willing, 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS. Bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts next.
Don't you think it's time we read?